Hello my friends, Jeff, Tax Rescue CPA. Today we're talking about everyone's favorite subject, owing money to the IRS. Sounds fun, right? Don't worry, I'm here to make this as painless as possible. If you can't pay your tax bill all at once, the IRS has some nifty installment plans to help you out. Let's break them down and figure out which one is your ticket to IRS righteousness. The IRS has many different types of installment agreements, but these different types are to fit different situations, not necessarily to give you choices. Most likely only one installment agreement will work for you. Let's run through them and I bet you'll quickly be able to see which one is right for you. First up is the short-term payment plan, the sprint of tax repayment plans. This is great if you can pay your taxes off in 6 months. It's like the 100-yard dash, except with taxes and a lot less cheering. You qualify if you owe less than $100,000 in combined taxes, penalties, and interest. Yep, that's a lot, but let's hope it's not that bad for you. There's no setup fee, which is like finding free parking downtown. It doesn't happen often, so enjoy it. Interest and penalties do keep ticking though, so pay it off ASAP. This is for those of you who aren't ready to commit to anything long term. It's kind of like your commitment to that gym membership. Option 2, long-term payment plan. This is the marathon of IRS plans, where you're making monthly payments over a longer period, like more than 6 months. It's the financial version of slow and steady wins the race. So to qualify, you need to owe less than $50,000 of taxes. And yes, there's a setup fee, because the IRS never misses a chance to charge you something. Payment methods, there's a lot of them. Choose the one that you're comfortable with. If you need more time, this plan lets you chip away at that tax bill bit by bit. Sort of like I chip away at my to-do list. Eventually. Option 3, guaranteed installment agreement. This one's for those of you with smaller tax debts. We're talking $10,000 or less. Here the IRS basically says, hey, you know what? No problem. Let's do this. If you haven't had an installment agreement for the past 5 years and can pay off your debt in 3 years, you're automatically approved. Boom! Setup fees do apply because, of course they do. This is like the express lane at the grocery store. If your debt's small enough and you meet the requirements, you zoom right through. No hassle. Just grab your receipt and get out of there with a smile. Option 4, streamlined installment agreement. Think of this as the long-term plan's cool, laid-back cousin. It's faster, easier, and comes with less paperwork. Who doesn't like that? You qualify if you owe $50,000 or less and can pay it off in 6 years. 6 years? Now that's breathing room. It's got fewer hoops to jump through too, so it's a win-win. Need more than 6 months to pay, but hate filling out forms? Yeah, this one's for you. Trust me, anything that involves less paperwork is a winner. Option 5, partial payment installment agreement. Okay, now we're getting into the deep end. This one's for people who are having a tough time and can't pay the full amount. If you can prove you're struggling financially to the IRS, they might say, all right, we'll take what we can get. You end up paying a bit less than what you owe. The IRS will keep checking in on you though, to see if your financial situation improves. If your wallet's feeling a little light these days, this might be the way to go. The IRS will keep checking in though, kind of like when your mom asks if you've done your homework. We've come to our sixth and final option. Are you still with me? Option 6, non-streamlined installment agreement. This is for those who owe more than $50,000 or they need custom terms. It's like the IRS saying, all right, let's sit down and talk. You'll need to provide them with your life story. Well, okay, not really, but pretty close. You'll have to share your financials in detail. This one, it requires more negotiation, but it's designed to help folks with unique financial situations. Think of this plan like negotiating your cable bill after the introductory offer expires. You'll need to work through the details and be persistent, but in doing so, you'll be able to get terms and an agreement that meets your budget. Here are some pro tips to remember for any installment agreement. You've got to file all your tax returns first. I know. Filing taxes isn't as much fun as brunch, but it has to be done. Interest and penalties will continue to stack up like dishes in the sink until your balance is paid off. The smallest payment the IRS will take is usually $25 a month, which is like skipping 2 lattes. If you're expecting a refund in the future, forget about it. It'll go straight to your tax balance. Now stay on top of your taxes in the future, or the IRS might start chasing you down like that friend you haven't paid for the last pizza night. Now, the fastest way to get an installment agreement is the IRS's online payment agreement tool. It's like Amazon checkout for your taxes. Quick, easy, and a lot less painful than waiting on hold. But you can apply for an installment agreement by phone, mail, or even in person if you're near an IRS office. Not sure which plan is right for you? No problem. Hit me up at taxrescuecpa.com and we'll work through it together. You don't have to face the IRS alone. Trust me, they're not as scary when you've got backup. And hey, before you go, I'm offering a free tax review. That's right, free. Here's your personal invitation to get the answers you need. Thanks for watching. Now go get an installment agreement. Who's doing your taxes?